Hi. Here we go.
We are the tribe from the north, we're brave and we're bold. Defeating our rivals never gets old. Making our way to the Big Sky Conference. Watch out, 'cause here comes the silver and gold. Whoa, whoa. This is Tubbs at the Club for the Vandals of Idaho.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Hope you had a good 2021. Hopefully you had a safe 2021 on the final day of the year. I hope everything's going well for you. It is clearly not going well for the women's basketball team, but yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough 2020 start to the 2021-2022 season. It did not go how I thought it would. There's just a lot of issues right now. I don't want to say a lot of issues. There's just something's not going right, and maybe I'll try and talk about it. I don't know. But here we are. Here we are just talking about the season so far. It's been rough. It's just been rough. And before I move on, I must take care of some business. As always, Tubbs of the Club is brought to you by Hughes River Expedition. If you are looking for a great all-inclusive week-long vacation, don't look past your backyard. Venture into the largest protected wilderness in the continental United States, located right here in the great state of Idaho. Enjoy a multi-trip down the middle fork of the Salmon, the main Salmon River of No Return, the Salmon River Canyons, or the Selway. And you can even check out special trips like the one to see the Perseid meteor shower, camp on pristine beaches, run amazing white water, hike scenic trails, spot wildlife, soak in beautiful natural hot springs, take in the history along the river, and fish some of the most remote stretches of the country. You just bring your clothes and let HRE handle the rest. Hughes River Expedition is Vandal owned and operated since 1976 and ready to take you on the vacation of a lifetime. What are you waiting for? Find out what it's like to grab a paddle, catch in, and ride the bull throughout the Gem State. Call them now at 800-262-1882 or check them out at hughesriver.com. Now, I was going to do this show last night, and it would not have been good. It would not have been good for me. There would have been a lot more emotion and a lot more blaming than there probably should have been. And I did not want to do that and make myself look bad or make Tubbs look bad. And it would not have been a good show, that even although my little slow, insecure self sometimes would not want to have. But this season has not been good. It's not gone well. It has been a fucking train wreck of a start to a season. 10 straight losses. Things just have not looked good. And before I go on to the quick recap, let me quickly talk about yesterday. Idaho played NAU and lost again. It was bad. They started out, as you can see if you're watching this on YouTube, they were outscored 29 in the first quarter, 14. They kind of kept even 14-14 in the second. Idaho finally scored more than them in the third, 22-15, and then NAU scored, and then fourth quarter 27-18 in the fourth quarter. And I will say NAU only had 7 players this game. It was not only suited 7 players, and they didn't say anything, but you could probably point and guess that it was a full on. One could make the assumption it was COVID related, but we don't know for sure. But it was not a good game. It never seemed for all except for one moment, it never seemed close. It never was close to me. I don't know what's wrong with this team. I'm going to be honest with you right now. Idaho shot it. I'm at a loss for words for this season. It sucks. Losing sucks. Idaho can't seem to want to win the game, want to win right now. It just looks like rebounding's not an issue, at least in this game. It's not. At least in this game, it wasn't an issue. Idaho out-rebounded them 48-43. Shooting probably is an issue. Probably was an issue. Idaho NAU shot 40%. Idaho shot 35.4. It never felt like Idaho. It just didn't seem like there was something. Seemed like there was something wrong because it seems like there's something wrong. There's nothing to show me that there's something going right. Yes, they had good spurts in the game, but it never amounted to anything. They played well in the third quarter, brought it to within 5, Idaho got it back within 5, had a good, which I thought, hey, maybe there's some momentum. They're going to be able to come back, have a good fourth quarter, and potentially win this. And then they lose it. They lose. I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if it's emotion or not, but they just didn't do it. And it's not good at all right now. The game was just, it was not good. Team 7, look at this for. Sorry. Idaho played with 8 players. Played 8 players today compared to NAU's 7. 7, I believe it was. Yeah, that was suited 7 players, and it just was. It wasn't a good look. It just never. Idaho gets in these funks, and they never seem to get out of it in these games. You think they're going to get out of it, they're not. It's never going to be one that it's like this season they seem to get in these cold start. They seem to start cold and can't seem to do anything. They seem to just lose. I don't know, maybe it's just a lack of self-confidence or what, but they just seem to lose these self-confidence things, and it's not good anymore. Like there's just something going on there's just something going on that's, I don't know what it is for this game. It's not good. You have good players, they're not playing well. It's rough. Sorry, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. I'm trying to do better. Like you have, like I would say, like it's just these players are not playing to what I have seen them play in the past 5-6 years. It just doesn't, something's wrong. I don't know what it is. They're trying to, and maybe there needs to be a change. Not saying John Newell needs to be fired. I am not going to say that. I'm not going to say that this season. But there's just something needs to change. Whether that's maybe doing a complete new lineup, playing more than just 8 players on your bench when you have a full team available against 7 players. You need to. This is just my thoughts. play your full team against 7, tire them out. Don't let NAU do. Like, this is what it looked like to me. NAU was able to control the game from start to finish, and was able to they were able to dictate what was going to happen, not Idaho using their full complement of players to try and do that. And I get they have a way of doing it, but something needs to change. This is just from this game. Something needs to change, because it's clearly not working. You have 10 losses in a row to start the season. And I get and I've said this in the past, they like to schedule tough out of conference games. And I get that. It can be a good way to go. But to lose 10 in a row and your only official win on the season is against the NAI LCSC, that's not a good look to the year. You're 0-9. No, 0-10. Yeah, 0-10. My bad. You're winless against Division I opponents. Your 2 wins are against a D3 Whitman team who was really good, and you only scraped that one out because they got cold and you got hot at the end in the middle of the fourth quarter. It was not a good look to the year. It's not a good look at all on them. It's kind of now transitioning to more of a recap of the whole year now. Like, there's been one close game, and that was against Nevada, if I'm thinking of this right. There's something wrong. And I'm just going to kind of go general talk now for those that just don't want to talk the recap anymore. I think there's something wrong with this team. I don't know what it is, but you can't go you can't be 1-10 on the year and tell me there's nothing wrong with this team. And I get they lost players like Gina Marks and Haley Christopher, Champney Polium, and others to graduation, but something's wrong with this team. Someone's got to step up. They have good players like Sydney Gandy, Beyonce B, and Louise Forsyth has played good at times, but they're not playing well together. And I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's just there's some behind the scenes stuff. I'm not going to speculate on behind the scenes stuff that I don't know about. But there's something wrong. There's something wrong with this team, and it's not playing, and it's just not working. The other big again of this, they can't seem to put a good 4-quarter game together. That's what I'm trying to say now. Because take the Nevada game, their closest loss of the year. They played 22-22 at the half against them, come out and score 25 in the third quarter, and it's sorry, I'm on the wrong screen here. I'm sorry about that. I should have had graphics up. My bad. Sorry. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm a little try not to get too emotional and try to play the blame game. You try and play this, you outscore them through 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter happens, and then you lose. You lose, I believe it was like on a last second shot. I can't remember the exact game, but it just there's something wrong with this team. So they say there's something wrong right now, and maybe they need to change it up. They need to change things up, like playing a different lineup, because the past couple it's been the same starting 5 of, what was it? The same starting 5 lineup of, gosh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I should have this off the top of my head right now. That's not good of me. It's been more or less the same starting 5 of Beyond B, Louise Forsyth, Sydney Gandy, Allison Kirby, Tiana Johnson. Maybe they need to change things up, because it's not working right now. Nothing's working. Play your full lineup. Play do something different, because that starting five, it gets cold and nothing's working. I realize it's just do something to get you out of this funk. It's embarrassing because we've expected this team to be great year in and year out, and it's not showing. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm saying like a lot. Just do a different lineup, play something different, because it's not working and they're not playing well at all right now. But I don't know if it's maybe just as a joke, but it's maybe ICCU is, maybe the ICC arena is just, it's growing pains maybe. I don't know. They had a whole preseason to shoot there and it's just not clicking. But it's play more players is what I think. And it seems weird to say this, but don't just play the same rotation of 8 players every game. Use your full bench. You already played, I think, all of them in all the games. So I think all the redshirting players is out the window. Use your full complement of players. Don't use the same 8 players to try and get you out of that funk, because 11 games in, you're 1-11. It's not working right now. Like, do something to get you going, get there, to get that spark in the team, because that's what I think. That's just my general thought, and I know others in our Tubs Club Discord. If you want to join, you can support us on Patreon and join us that way. You can talk to you about it there. Like, it's do something. There's no spark plug in this team anymore, because the last year when they went cold, you had somebody on the bench that could do that. But now doesn't seem to be that one person. I think at points it seems like Jordan Allred, the freshman, has been good, and this is me. I think she should play more. I think she's played well, she's shot well, and I think maybe she can be that spark plug. Do something different. Do something to get you out of this funk that's not playing. Do something right now. Like, use your depth use your full complement of players. Just do something different. It's heartbreaking. And maybe at one point, maybe one of the coaches needs to do something, like fire up the team and get ejected or something. Get emotional, because at some point, I get the game yesterday as I'm sitting courtside. I'm not seeing any emotion on some of these players sometimes. Even there's nothing. There's no emotion at some point. It's only like when there's good plays, like show emotion throughout the entire game. And I realized at the end of the third quarter, I believe it was. I'm looking at the top. I'm looking second half, actually. I'm just going to first half, second half. These games are just not. The only emotion I saw, like, that was kind of negative, was John Newley got a technical for a BS call on Ellison Kirby. And it was just like, there was something there. Maybe someone needs to fire them up, and something needs to happen. It's like, maybe that needs to be a technical. Maybe that needs to be John Newley getting tossed so they play with more emotion, or something, playing more players in the same 8 players every game. But something needs to change. This season has been, and I'll be honest with the language, it's been an absolute shit show so far. They've been like, I don't think rebounding has not been an issue, at least for me so far. They've been, let's take NAU 10 for 33 from Arizona, 43 to 48 in the NAU game, 37 to 49 in the UNI game. rebounding for the most part in these games I don't think is an issue. And I think, yes, having someone like a Natalie Klinker would have been great on this team, but I don't think that is the issue now. It's not, while that would help, I don't think that's getting to the main issue that I think the team is having right now, which others have said, I think is shooting. Shooting, I think, is the biggest issue. They're not playing well. They're not shooting well. They're not able to put a full 4-quarter game together. They're having to run on these runs, and if they can't keep that momentum, then it seems like it gets them down, and then they just get sad or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff that I'm just trying to pull at strings right now. But there's just something's off. I don't know what it is. I have my thoughts. I think it's shooting. It might be something else. I don't know. Because I think as I think it's maybe that there's a lot of players on the team, but they're not playing together like a team at some points, it seems like. And there's something needs to change. The current starting five they're using doesn't seem to be working. As I said earlier, I know I'm repeating myself, just trying to do a quick recap. Maybe they need to start a totally new five. Maybe not a new five, not a complete new five, but just do a different combination of players on the team that starts, because it's not working. It's not working. They start cold. Something needs to change. Whether that's playing a whole bunch of players as opposed to just the same 8. Just do something different is all I'm asking for. It seems to not be working. Like we as Idaho fans should expect this team to be playing well, and they're not playing well. It's absolute dog shit right now is what it is. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. I know it's kind of a bit of a rambling show. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, just to make sure you always don't miss any of our content that Brian and Dallas do for you on the football side of things. I know they're going to be starting up their basketball recap shows again once Idaho gets back, men's team gets back to playing again in person, gets back to playing after they get back from COVID. If you want any, I know I'm plugging my own YouTube channel, but if you ever want to watch any of the old marching band shows, I have them on my YouTube show right now, on my YouTube channel. Going back to 2017, just kind of watch all their old show, watch all the old marching band shows. Don't forget to, if you want to, join our Patreon. I don't know why I paused on that for a second. Don't forget to join our Patreon if you want to join us, support the show. You'll get access to our Discord channel to talk to us talk to us there. Talk to anybody that's other Patreon members. It's been fun. It's kind of been really popping off recently with football talk, some basketball talk sprinkled in there. It's been fun to have that there now. It's been fun. It's a fun place. I think you all should join if you want to. Again, thank you all for watching to my about 24-minute ramble right now. I know it's got me down bad. Things will get better in the end. I hope so. This team has not let me down in the past, and I'll still be there supporting them until the end of time, as I said on Twitter yesterday. And as always, go Vandals.